Think about the last time you found that one perfect track, the one that seemed to capture exactly how you felt, or provided the perfect rhythm for your thoughts. Did you listen to it once and move on? Or did you hit the repeat button and keep it on a loop for the next 3 hours? To most people, this behavior looks like a strange quirk, or maybe even a sign of a lack of variety. They might ask you, "Aren't you bored of that yet?" Or, "How can you stand hearing that same chorus over and over?" But what if I told you that this isn't just a habit, but a physiological marker of a hyperactive intellect? In the world of psychology, this is known as song looping, and it's a sign that your brain is using rhythmic patterns to achieve a level of deep flow that most people struggle to reach in a lifetime. You aren't just listening to music. You are using a sophisticated cognitive tool to calibrate your internal world. While others are constantly distracted by the new and the shiny, your brain is practicing a rare form of neural efficiency. That is a hallmark of the most self-sufficient and deep-thinking individuals. Welcome to MindUnlockx. As you know, we don't do motivation, and we definitely don't do surface-level advice. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary for deep thinkers, introverts, and anyone seeking clarity in a noisy world. We decode the hidden architecture of the human mind to help you understand your unique habits as the rare gifts they truly are. If you are a song looper, you likely possess a high-resolution mind that values cognitive clarity over social performance. You are someone who prioritizes the why behind your emotions and seeks to master your own mental environment. Today we are going to dive deep into the 7 rare traits shared by people who use repetitive music as a biological anchor. Let's unlock the psychology of why your brain demands that specific track on repeat. The first and perhaps most powerful trait is superior neural efficiency. Every time you listen to a new song, your brain has to work. It's processing the lyrics, predicting the next beat, and reacting to unexpected shifts in the melody. For a standard brain, this is entertaining. But for a deep thinker with a high-drive intellect, this constant influx of new data can actually be a distraction. It creates cognitive noise that pulls you away from your internal work. When you loop a song you already know by heart, you are effectively solving the auditory environment. Your brain knows exactly what is coming next, which allows the auditory cortex to move into a state of automaticity. This frees up a massive amount of cognitive bandwidth that you can then redirect toward deep problem-solving, creative visualization, or intense focus. You aren't stuck on a song. You are using it as a rhythmic engine to enter a state of deep flow. This is a hallmark of rare minds who refuse to let external distractions dictate their internal tempo. The second trait is radical emotional self-sufficiency. Much like the solitude specialist who finds peace at a table for one, the song looper uses music as a tool for internal calibration. You don't need a social mirror or the validation of a crowd to tell you how you should be feeling. You possess the rare ability to identify your own emotional frequency and select a track that matches it perfectly. By looping that track, you are creating a closed loop of emotional processing. You stay with the feeling until it is fully decoded, understood, and integrated into your narrative. This is a sign of a rare autonomy trait, often found in those who race themselves, or were the black sheep of their family. You've learned through experience that you are the only one who can truly regulate your inner world, and you use repetition to build a private sanctuary where you can process your deepest emotions without the noise of the outside world. Third, song looping is a biological indicator of high-resolution pattern recognition. While the average person hears a catchy tune, you are hearing the microtextures, the specific way a bass line interacts with a vocal, the subtle shift in a synth's frequency, or the precise timing of a drum fill. Psychology suggests that people with high IQs or hyperactive intellects often find a strange, deep comfort in complex but predictable patterns. Your brain isn't just listening, it's analyzing. You loop the song because your mind wants to master every layer of the dataset. You are looking for the logic of the composition, much like a polymath who needs to understand the why behind a complex system before they can move on. This intense focus on detail is what allows you to see the silent signals in your environment that others miss entirely. You aren't obsessive. You are a high-level data processor who refuses to leave a task unfinished. The fourth trait is defensive resilience, a characteristic often linked to what we call traumatic intelligence. If you grew up in an environment where things were unpredictable, loud, or chaotic, your brain likely developed a survival mechanism that seeks out absolute predictability. A song on repeat is the ultimate safe environment. You know exactly when every word will be sung and exactly when the tempo will shift. This predictability acts as a sensory shield. By looping a familiar track, you are effectively shutting out the variables of a noisy world that you cannot control. For someone who has gone through too much, this habit is a rarest kind of strength. It's a way to maintain mental order and emotional safety when everything else feels out of reach. You aren't hiding in the music. You are using it to create a stable foundation from which you can finally operate with clarity. Fifth, we have strategic energy allocation. Highly intelligent individuals, especially those who prefer unique portfolio career paths, view their cognitive energy as their most valuable asset. You realize that social performance, keeping up with trends, and even selecting a new playlist every hour takes a tax on your focus. The song looper is practicing a form of elite mental maintenance. By removing the need to choose the next song, you are preserving your decision-making power for the things that actually matter. Your projects, your goals, and your vision for the future. You are a goal-oriented walker of the mind, and you refuse to let the environment dictate your rhythm. While others are exhausted by the constant newness of the world, you are moving with the intensity and efficiency of someone who knows exactly how to manage their biological resources. The sixth trait is a low need for external validation. Society often tells us that intelligent or interesting people should always be on the cutting edge, always finding the newest artist or the most obscure album. But the person who can listen to the same track for a week straight is demonstrating radical autonomy. You simply don't care about the 9-to-5 social performance of being a music connoisseur. You possess a high mindset trait that prioritizes your own internal needs over the desire to fit in with the crowd. This independence makes you society's biggest threat because your happiness and your focus aren't dependent on staying in sync with the group. You have mastered the art of being unrecognizable to those who only value surface-level variety. You know that depth is where the true power lies, and you aren't afraid to go as deep as necessary. Finally, the seventh trait is metacognitive awareness. This is the rare ability to think about your thinking. For a song looper, the music acts as a constant, unchanging baseline. Because the song never changes, it becomes a mirror for your own internal state. You can notice how your thoughts shift, how your heart rate changes, and how your focus deepens over the course of the loop. This is a powerful tool for self-decoding. You are using the music as an anchor to observe your own mind in real time. This is why many deep thinkers and people with rare minds find their most profound insights while listening to the same track. You aren't just lost in the music. You are using the music as a lighthouse to navigate the vast, complex ocean of your own consciousness. So the next time you find yourself hitting that repeat button for the 20th time, don't apologize for your intensity. Don't look at your phone to feel busy, or pretend you're just too lazy to change the track. Realize that you are practicing a rare form of mental independence and neural efficiency. You possess a high-drive brain that knows exactly how to find clarity in a world that is far too noisy to hear yourself think. If this description felt like it was written specifically for you, I want to hear from you in the comments. What is that one song you've had on repeat lately, and how does it help you find your flow? If you're tired of surface-level advice and want to keep decoding the hidden psychology of your unique habits, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join our community here at MindUnlockx, where we find the profound in the everyday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next loop.